Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in. In this video we take a look at League of Legends and if it's worth it. We're going to be diving into one of the most popular games, looking at 5 elements. 1. Accessibility. 2. Gameplay. 3. Graphics. 4. The community. And finally, number 5. Longevity. Just a little disclaimer before we get into this, I am new to League of Legends myself and these are my own formed opinions and thoughts. League of Legends, probably one of the most played games of our modern time. Probably one of the most watched games of the modern time as well. The viewers on Twitch is absolutely crazy what this game can pull and the content creators can get. And to be honest with you, I can see why. Just to let you know, these are my own thoughts and my own opinions. Obviously other people's opinions will differ to mine, but yeah, I'm quite relatively new to League of Legends and I wanted to try to give a bit of an insight and a bit of a noob's opinion, so to speak, of new people who might be deciding to pick this game up in 2020 for the first time. First up on the list, accessibility. What I mean by accessibility is how easy this game is to pick up for new players, returning players, and even people who have not played this kind of genre of video game before. This is a MOBA, massive online battle arena is what MOBA stands for. And we're going to have a look at the accessibility pros and cons, so to speak. Let's start with the pros. So our first pro is at the beginning of joining your League of Legends gameplay, your first time playing, you will get a tutorial, which is good. I think every game ever made should have a tutorial. Most games do. There's some games that don't do them that good, but this game seems to pull off it quite well. You get to use a couple of the characters to see how different characters play, and it teaches you some fundamentals of actual gameplay and what the game is about. Another pro would be the fact that if you have never played a MOBA before, there's quite a lot of information out there about this game and a lot of people playing it and recording it on YouTube and streaming it on Twitch to give you the ability to be able to figure out how different characters work without unlocking them all yourself first. Third pro would be the fact that when choosing your characters, you do get a select number of characters or champions as they're called in the game, which you can pick for free and it's rotated around. I don't know how often it is rotated around, but it seems quite often that the selection is rotated around, so you can try loads of different characters for free without purchasing them and get a variety of different roles and different champions. Just quickly before I move on, I wanted to take a moment just to show you all the champion list of the different champions you can play in League of Legends. Now, this is what I mean by different gameplay in every game. Just look at the amount of champions you can choose from. All these cover loads of different positions, whether you play in the top lane, the middle lane, mage, range characters, fighters, whatever you can think of, they've pretty much done it. Now moving on to our second category, gameplay. Honestly, with League of Legends, I could sit here all day talking about the actual gameplay. There is a vast amount of things to talk about and really hard for me to actually simplify the points I'm trying to get across, but I will go through some pros and cons. One pro would be the skill range of players. You don't unlock ranked mode until you've actually reached level 30, which actually takes longer than I thought it would do, and I think you have to have a certain amount of characters unlocked to be able to participate in ranked as well. So the skill gap and the skill range of the players and the games that you will be playing in will be very, very vast, which actually leads on to a bit of a con, which we'll talk about in a minute. But first, another pro would be the fact of every game is pretty much different. Every game you play, it feels new, it feels fresh, even if you're playing the same character like I like to do, as you can see in the gameplay here in the background. I play a character called Shaco. I play normally a support character, and I just think Shaco's a very, very fun character to play. So give him a try if you do intend on starting your League of Legends journey after seeing this video. But yeah, the vast amount, and I mean vast amount, of differential gameplay in each game is crazy. I'm talking like you'll have one game, you could even have all the same champions, and because individual people are playing the individual characters and everyone plays differently at, like I said before, a wide variety of skill level, no game feels the same. And that really is an amazing thing about League of Legends. You never know what's around the corner, you never know what's going to happen in the game. You see some crazy stuff, you see some pretty boring, pretty annoying stuff, but there's always something what surprises you in each game. Another pro, especially for me, because I do like strategy games, is the fact that this gameplay is very strategic. And what I mean by that is, this can be compared to pretty much a modern day version of chess. Honestly, you're constantly thinking what your opposition is thinking, and constantly thinking what move they're going to move next. Is it safe to go in? Is it not? What's my team going to do? You are constantly thinking all the way through the game of the best strategy for you, but not just only you, your team also. I'm going to move on to a couple of cons now, I'm afraid. And one con is, like I mentioned at the start of the pros of this section, the skill range of the players is crazy, and you get a lot of smurfing. If you don't know what smurfing is, it basically means someone who's quite a veteran of the game, quite high up in the ranking system, making a new account and just to own some noobs, I suppose, or to show off their skill. Or sometimes they make it on a different server, like from a server based in the United States to an EU server, and so on. So with that, if you're new to this game and you come across a couple of smurfs, it can make your game and your life a bit of a misery. It can be quite frustrating for not just you, but for the whole team as well, especially if there's other members of your own team which are also new to the game. Or it could happen the other way, where you get a smurf on your team and you hardly get to do anything yourself. Even though you might win, it still ends up being a bit of a boring game. Another con, I'm afraid to say, about the gameplay is the absolute brutality of this game. It is a very unforgiving game. You could get one character on your team to just give kills to the other members of the other team, and that will basically lose you the game. It's called feeding. It's actually a reportable offence on this game. It's by intentional feeding you can report other players by. But yeah, if you get players what do this, what troll, or like I said before, not too very good at the game and end up giving the team a lot of kills, it does have a really roll-on effect. It will snowball, it will have a snowball effect, and 9 times out of 10, unless you've got a really solid team who will not give up, you will probably lose the game, I'm afraid. On to section number 3, which is graphics. From my personal opinion and from me playing other games, the graphics in this game are pretty amazing. There's not actually any cons what I can think of. It is done really well. You can form your own opinion, especially with seeing this gameplay in the background of me playing this game. Yeah, the graphics have developed a lot over the years as well. They didn't start off like the best, but they was good for the era. This game did come out in October 2009, so it has been going a while, and it really has developed its graphics and its gameplay and its community also over time. So I haven't really got any cons for the graphic side of things. I seem to think it is really nice, it's really good looking, it's really well done. The animations of each champion seem really good, and they do change them and do improve them and keep on top of things quite often, actually, looking back at the dev blogs. So let's get straight moving on to section number 4, which is the community. And this might be the section what lets the game down a little bit. The League of Legends community, from my personal experience, is not the best. In my 30 to 40 games that I have played, bear in mind, like I've said at the start, I am still pretty new to this game, so I've not seen all it has to offer with the community side of things, but from the players, what I have come across, and from my personal experiences playing, the community is quite, how do we put this, quite nasty, to be honest. There seems to be a lot of trolling going on in teams if people don't get their own way or don't get to play the position what they want to play. Also the negativity and the insults cross team as well, because you can actually talk to members of the other team in your own chat. This game does have an in-game voice chat system, which no one ever seems to be using. Maybe everyone's just playing with a friend and use a Discord or something. And it obviously has a text chat, which pretty much every game you will see other players using, which is nice that people like to talk, but most of the time it's people calling each other's mothers. I have got hope though, I have got hope. I'm not too sure what the community is like on the Twitch side of things or the YouTube side of things. From what I've seen, it seems pretty better than the actual in-game side of things, but I have got hope for the future. If I carry on playing this game, I get into the rank system, hopefully everyone will be a bit more professional at the higher the rank you climb, and a bit more nicer. Now moving on to our final section here, and that is the longevity. What I mean by longevity is where I see this game going, how it's done so far within the genre what it's in, and how the developers are continuously improving or not improving the actual game. And I'll tell you this game was released in 2009. It has seen a whole lot of champions added, a whole lot of updates, and a whole lot of changes for the better made. If you look at this game in 2009 when it released compared to now, you can really see all the changes and all the things they've added, all the things they've changed, and all the amazing, immense amounts of updates they have released for this game to keep it relevant, keep it going, and to make it and keep it one of the biggest online multiplayer games. And honestly, I cannot see it going anywhere anytime soon. The player base is very big, and the viewers it can pull on Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that is also very big. This is a very mainstream game. So to conclude, would I recommend playing League of Legends in 2020? Yes I would. I really would. Am I going to be playing it myself? Yes I am. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. It would be nice seeing you hang about on the channel here. I also have a Discord if you want to chat about pretty much anything. The link to it will be in the description of this video. Also, if you really want to help me out, feel free to drop that like and smash that like button on the video. It really helps the channel grow, and I am very appreciative if you do so. But my name's Adam. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next one.